Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but well, you should. Uh, my name is Anton Babenka, and I'm gonna to have first episode ever of your weekly dose of Terraform, which I'm recording not online. I'm currently in the Bay Area, and I decided why not make a live stream in a little bit better time zone for people who are in this area. So I decided to have it 10 o'clock in the morning instead of traditional 12 p.m. When I live in Norway. So yeah, well, I have to say it's a little bit different from my normal setup. So if you guys have difficulties with following what I do, please let me know, because I have just one screen and small screen, which is very different from what I get used to, but it's okay. So without any delay, let's jump into some things which I want to talk about today. Specifically, I'm going to do some live coding of Terraform AWS modules and hopefully fix some issues. I have planned a couple bookmarks, like couple issues, so it should be quite a good one. Okay, a weekly TF is happening. I'm still writing these Terraform weekly newsletters, but I just want to shout out to companies who potentially may get some benefit from being a sponsor of this one. So as it was with M0 in the past and for several episodes, I have included the ad in the newsletter. And if you want to know more about M0, you click here and you register for the webinar, or you pay attention to what they do. So thanks a lot for M0 for supporting my previous newsletter. If you want to be featured in the newsletter, please let me know, and I can explain the details. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking for sponsors for Terraform Weekly. Don't hesitate to reach out to me, and we can see what we can do. From top of my head, there are almost 3,500 subscribers as of now. So most of these people know Terraform or interested in Terraform. And also, if you'd like to support my work, please support me through GitHub sponsors. And as you know, I'm working with Terraform AWS modules, with serverless TF, a couple other projects like pre-commit Terraform, Terraform best practices, and so on. So please join these awesome 43 sponsors who are supporting me right now. And well, that's pretty much how I live. So yeah, let's move on. Okay. Well, yeah, what should I click now? All right, yeah, I should click somewhere here. Okay, I have planned or looked into some of issues which I want to be covering during this episode. Some of them are related to Lambda function module, which is add snapstart functionality. There were, I think, a couple pull requests which I will look into. And yeah, and that's one. Let's look into this one. So snapstart functionality was introduced at reInvent. So it's very new functionality which was added in Terraform Provider just recently. And for some reason, Darren says that this is Terraform Provider upgrade to 1.3 as suggested by someone else. That's wrong. We should not upgrade Terraform Provider version just because it's good to have. We are always defining minimum required version, which in this case was 0.13.1, and that's exactly what we should be continue using. So that's just it. What else is here? So inside of Lambda function, he is adding that publish should be if it is Lambda at edge, or if it is snap start, then it should be published always, regardless of var publish settings. Okay, well, probably that's how it should behave. And then we are setting snap start functionality published version, which is the only supported version as of now. Okay, and snap start settings for low latency startups. Well, pretty simple, right? And by default it's false. Everything is good except this thing here, which is this, what I should see. Yeah, my back. You should hear me, right? Yeah, you should hear me. I hate really crisp is just nightmare. Yeah, now you should hear me, but unfortunately just okay, so now you should hear me. Let me know if you still don't hear me. Okay, good, thanks for confirming. So anyway, there is nothing else to this pull request. Let's move on. Let's wait for the person to change it. And this was another one which right before, like somebody add, or actually it was Darren, but for some reason he decided to open another. That's okay, there is nothing magical happening here, and this is already closed. Okay, good. So let's see what else. The one which was very small and actually strange. So let's see. Thank you for this repo. I have this. Well, that's good. How can I create a server cluster using Terraform, FQA product? That's excellent question to ChatGPT. But okay, we have actually examples to create SQL, MS SQL. Now let's see. Please, I'm very polite today. Please take a look here and close immediately. Oh, that was quick. Okay, there is nothing else to do here. Let's hope that this user will read and will get his problem solved. Okay, functionality, Lambda. Oh yeah, that's another one. I even read an email from somebody asking like, why you forgot about this pull request? Well, I'm not I'm not forgetting about this pull request. I'm just that some of you guys will realize that this is the way we want to keep it. Okay, let me explain what exactly it is. Well, actually, what exactly it is, but it's sensitive in Terraform. So when we are specifying that some outputs, this is just an issue, right? To look into request which was already closed multiple times. See, is this a good pull request? Oh my god, some magic here. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. So when we have a sensitive true supplied inside of output, maybe this one is smaller. Yeah, this one is. So we have an output configuration where we are outputting all customer gateway configuration, which includes secrets. And Terraform, not Terraform, yeah, users will have secrets in this stuff. There are some keys. And when we specify sensitive true, then it means that out will not be visible as is. It will be just shown sensitive. And in order to use other places or to look into it, you will need to wrap it with non-sensitive function. Having this property specified, I'm just thinking loud. In some cases, we don't even know where this whole point of sensitive equal true inside of out is that the module developer should be able to highlight, say, that this thing contains secret, so treat it accordingly. While the consumer of modules may not even know what kind of variable will include. So if, let's say, I have map where just one piece of the map is sensitive, it should not indicate that the whole suddenly should become sensitive, in my opinion. But Terraform will check everything as sensitive, and good luck out what you can do with it. Just not right. When we're talking consumer gateway configuration, include key. As a developer, I can say that, okay, guys, this is sensitive, so please use it as sensitive and everything will be fine. Question which I have to myself now, whether it makes sense to be against this continue or just let it be and users will have fun. Some of them will fun, some of them will hate them. I'm not sure. In any case, it is. Let's see what we actually decided in RDS. Or SO Aurora, I don't remember. This discussion multiple times in different places. Do we have this sensitive true? Yes. For some reason, username is set. Why? I don't understand. For this sensitive. Okay, maybe, yes. But yeah, that's another thing. As soon as this is like root module, where we are output from submodule DBs. So then this module mark it as sensitive, then every else should mark it as sensitive too, which is a bit too complicated to my mind. Okay, I don't want to rest on this one, and I just want to get it done. So I'm gonna to merge this one. Let's see which one. Yeah, this one is the smallest one. Is this or is it a feature? Let's try to understand. Well, it's actually a feature because it will break a lot of, it can potentially break a lot of setups. So that's definitely a feature, and it will be just a release. Okay. What is this? Issue 80. I don't know why it marked like this, but it should be fix the same issue. Then fix 80. That's it. Okay, so that's it. There is nothing to do. In general, I would prefer to have sensitization on slightly different level, but it should be implemented differently in Terraform. As I said initially, if one of the keys or values of map is sensitive, it should not say that the whole object is sensitive. That's just my opinion. Okay, approve and run, or actually, sorry, not approve and run, but update, because there can things new. And let's see what's going to happen, and that's it. I mean, no new else changed. Good, so I don't need to even wait one. That's good. Good. Thank you very much, Stefan, for making this one. And who was this guy? Christian. Chris sent me an email yesterday about taking a look into this one. Okay, so Christian, you won. I don't want to struggle with sensitive anymore. Let's move on. So this one was pretty quick. I probably need to thank you for following up. No, thank you all for following up on this one. Good. So 3 to 0, done. Amazing. This was quick. I'm pretty sure that some people will be happy with this change. Even if some situations I would implement it later, I don't want to be like a guy who owns it so much. I mean, it works. People are happy. It's not breaking change. Good. Let's move on. Okie dokie. Let's see what's this one. Oh my god, what is this one? Ah, okay. This is right. So added support for this is add port for JavaScript Python resolver. Sounds pretty. Okay, so what exactly is this one? Okay, updating the AWS provider. Let's define runtime as upsync, yes, and we are putting the code of this thing into script file. Function is it name of the function? Okay. Yeah, that's a new way of writing resolvers comparing to this one which was VTL, which not the easiest way to deal with many people, including myself. Okay, good. So previously we had request template. Well, actually, Brian is already on the. Let's see what he is in. Anyway, I should not even look at this one because Brian already looked into this one, suggested some improvements. So let's see if. Oh my, this is magic. This is magic. Oh. Ah, no, that's not a big magic because it wasn't in similar fashion before, so it shouldn't be very different. But it can be fired, I guess. What is... Well, every time when I see it on lookup, I'm thinking whether it can be replaced with try. So then it would be, let's say, on the code deserted when runtime is JS. So thing has to be, yeah, it's also on appsync.js and only on pipeline of resolve. Okay, so how this can be written? First I want to write it, and then I understand whether it actually makes sense to be written this way. So if I shorten, then it's each kind or null. Oh, but it can be even better. Okay, let's see. We are comparing each value kind to the pipeline. If not, then it's false, right? And we are comparing to compare each value dot time. Oh, I think I like it. Or false. And then lookup code. Well, again, is required, so there is no need to with lookup. It's just each value code or null. Okay, now let's see how this can be simplified. So merge these two tries because and I will be try to evaluate value kind equal pipeline and each value runtime equal appsync.js. If it was not successful, then false. If true, then just pick up the code attribute, and if not, then I think it's cool. I don't know if it works, but I think it's cool. Let's see if yeah, it is at least shorter and online. It should potentially work. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure, so that's why I'm going to use a question here. How about simply find it to this? Oh, I like the way I get light. So send. I think it's fine. And then similar stuff can happen here. Yet I don't want to rewrite it. Or probably I need to because it's too ugly already. Yeah, it's too ugly. Yeah, no, I don't want to think about this one right now. Just a bit too lazy, to be honest. But okay, it was introduced in 449, so that's good to have. A run version. What is this one? Runtime version is a new added. Okay. Interesting. So runtime value is a new thing which is used. Okay, that's it. And who put upvote? Okay, good. So who are working on this pull request agree. Okay, I think it's pretty small and pretty cool. So I will just say another suggestion. And what's no, what else? I mean, there has to be a little bit more kind of buy-in. Do I agree with the rest, or should there be something else changed? Let's see one more time. Yeah, maybe rework this because this is a bit ugly. But actually, oh no, wait. This is already implemented the way Brian suggested. Right, so it means I need to do much final review. Okay, then it's under suggestion. It's actually a requirement. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this one is fine. Just look into request template, figure out how they be updated. Let's see. It's a bit strange in such small code without IntelliJ, but it's still doable. So let's see how before it was request template. The logic here was that we try up a request template and we use request template. What? Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this magic was hack. Remember? I remember this was a hack to implement some sort of template bug in some AWS provider. Okay, what else can be done? So we have the first here as is, but the second one, that's ugly. Second part where we previously had just empty object, we now check that lookup kind blah blah blah. No, this is bad. Let's see how this can be written. So a true statement here has not changed, okay? What about the false statement? The false statement can be, again, it can be written in exactly the same way as it was before. Right? So we have a try and pipeline and runtime and null. Positive, then it's null, and on negative, it's this thing. Okay, so that's it. We just change it like this. Right, so it's as hell. No, it's ugly. It's ugly, but I don't know how to write it differently. Of course, it can be. Yeah, it's fine. It is fine. Okay, here we just leave it like this, and again, theme change. Okay. Is it short, more concise? Less lookups, less comparisons, I think. Please review it in the same way as above. Okay, good. So now at least the code looks pretty good. I don't know if it works as expected because I done JavaScript resource, but should be fine. Okay, and if I just write looks good to me, but there are a few small suggestions to apply before we can merge it and request change. Okay, so this was it. Right, I think it's important one. Okay, let's. What else do I have? Yeah, I have pretty big demand on this CloudFront thing. Let's see. There were a few similar requests, similar pull requests open, and similar issues. Yeah, I was too lazy to look into this one, I have to say. Pull request 97. Let's see. Right. So this pull request. This is not pull request. This is 82. This is 97. Okay. Oh, 2 people hearted. That's so good. So sweet as they. Okay. Let's see if update and look into this. Could it possibly to integrate this PR in the release? Well, Remy can tell you that as soon as this pull request merged, then it will be automatically triggering next. Okay, let's go into the change and think. Right, okay, so what is it actually doing? There is a new way to act or to allow or to control access between S3 and CloudFront, which is called a region access control. Previously, it called region access identity. So this code should be should work 2 ways: access identity and region access control. Let's see, there were several pull requests, so I may have to pick another one if this is not looking so good. And we can figure out if it's good or not just by looking to this. So far so good, but a bit odd to have this type of map of object where not everything is required. I'm pretty sure. Why I'm so sure? Because if I go to the documentation for this course, search for it, and see everything. Oh, actually everything is required. Encryption is required. Okay. But okay. And ETAD ID is returned. Okay, good. So this is good potential pull request to look into. Okay, it has some strange defaults, which is S3 or and SIGV4. Does it match the implementation? S3 good. Specify always for the most common use case good, and SIGV4 is good. So yeah, pretty good default because users will be able to override if they. I'm not a big fan of using map of object, but in case where all 4 elements are required, then it's good. Okay. Oh my god. I hope this was automatically generated. Right, okay, so I really want to just run it and see if it works. Okay, so this was pull request 97. And yeah, exactly, this pull request I have already marked, so that's the same pull request, good. So then I'm very happy. Okay, and let's see. Right, so let's check out this pull request locally and see if it actually works. Pull request 97. I need to click. Now my main challenge is to not forget to change windows, because I'm very small screen now, so it's pretty hard to see. Okay, CloudFront, check out 97. Good. And exactly, I want to see the change. So the change has to happen inside of example complete. Example complete. Okay. And if I look again into the change which was proposed, I just want to see if there are some strange use cases kind of right away. Find them, then it will be important to take them into account. The difference which I see immediately is that an access identity, which was previous way, was user life cycle create before destroy. Why? I don't know. Okay, and the new one does have it. Okay, maybe okay. Let's see example. What exactly was proposed here? So origin access control is map of object. Instead of, can it be? We may have multiple types, I guess. Okay, good. So then this block can be duplicated more than once. Okay, good. And then at the end, apply after creating CloudFront from outputs. Yeah, what is this? Who's gonna to do what? What is? Okay. Origin access control ID is a new property of what? I don't understand. Okay, so we had inside of origin we have, okay, so inside of origin we have one argument which was S3 origin config. Now we add another one which is origin access control ID. This is like to connect them to, I guess. Okay, let's see. S3 origin config. S3 origin config, right? Okay, and we add the new one which is called origin access control ID. I see. Okay, yeah, I see. It sucks. Okay, exactly as is tricky here. In this module, we are going to create a resource. No, I don't understand. Let's see. If I apply this code change right now, what will happen is that it will create origin access identity. No, it will create this one, origin access role. But how should I configure my S3 bucket? That's understand. Let's see. If I just go to examples and run Terraform init upgrade, more windows. Well, I don't have so much even on my screen. It's kind of tricky. Yeah. Okay, I moved everything, and now if I run form Terraform apply, as usual, I just want to create some, then I will look into let's deprecate it. That's a good time to clean up. EC2 plus, this one is not needed. Right, how many do I have it? Pretty much everywhere. I mean, in all samples. But yeah, it's only place, so it's good. Good. Okay, so it's gonna to create a bunch of things. 23 resources. I guess it's about right. So if I apply this, I then want to go to AWS console and see exactly what is created there. But in this case, instead, I can write the 2 and specify something else here. But okay, in this case, it can be the same. Good. Okay, it's making some certificates and a bunch of other things, so it's gonna to take some time. I still don't really understand. Okay, create an origin access identity or access control in this case, yeah. Specifying a bunch of different things. Where else I can use this origin control inside of the code? Origin access control. Right, inside of origins for the edition itself, I can specify what kind of an access control IDs to use. Ta-da! Invalid argument. Your request must specify what? Is it something new? Should I rerun it again and see if it's... Yes. No. Oh, that's interesting. Is it something... What? Response page pass. What is this even? Response page pass. Yes, here is some. Pretty recently actually. Okay, response page pass and response together, or none of them. What? Yeah, that's what I do. Error code and response page pass. Interesting. This is not related to the bug itself. Response code or error code or response code. Request must specify both response pass and response code, but I specify just once. Somehow it worked before in November, but not anymore. Interesting. So if I specify response code, I guess it should be 403. That's it. Is it the magic solution? And also at the same time, I'm going to add new this record distribution. Let's see. Will it work now? So apparently a response code was missing here. Strange. Okay, what else can be done in this case? Any idea? Well, I think if it works, then it will work just fine. But it's not gonna to work. Well, it will. No, I'm saying it wrong. It will work, but it may require some extra configuration on S3 bucket level, right? Good. What is this? Renewal. Okay, this for ECM. Right. So if I now that's good. If I do the console, or no, actually before going to the console, let's look into Terraform state and find the control sys, or what was it? Okay, so here is one index key and here is another. So I was able to make 2 of them. That's good. Okay, now I'm curious about origin access control ID. How? The problem is that the root module creating two resources where one should be providing output to another one. So that when I am on E, so somewhere here I should be able to specify that use. Maybe it's already here. Yeah. Right, okay, so it's actually implemented here. So what I mean is that origin access control is created by this resource, and the value should be how possible to reference here too. For S3 origin con, we are doing similar already. So we are getting a user is specifying if user is specifying. If not, then we are doing up from the map of whatever we have just created based on some sort of key which is provided. Yeah, so that's the right way. Okay, so this magic has to be implemented here as well. What exactly magic, I don't know yet, but I will put it here just for the reference. But I want to go to console to verify that what I'm saying actually is the way or the picture of CloudFront. So I go to the console. I'm going to find my amazing distribution which I have just made. It says deploying, but I should do whatever I want with it. So, and I'm lost. Okay, it's probably origin access, right? So there are two of them, and where I can specify the relation of them. Sign request, name, good. Previously it was this one, right? Yes, this one. So then this long thing was used in bucket policy. Right now, inside of control settings, if I go to the distribution and go to here, origins, S3, it somewhere, yeah, here is it. Origin access control. Yes, this is what I was looking for. So exactly, instead of using legacy access identifier like it was before to allow to my awesome CloudFront can access, I want to use this one. And additionally, I need to give cloud what? Who give access to CloudFront? No, that's what I apparently to the CloudFront. No, right. So to bucket policy exactly. So S3 bucket policy will have to get access of this what is right. Anyway, it will be part of the bucket policy, so I don't care about this right now. So what I need to figure out is what kind of magic to put of Terraform code so that I should be able to automatically set S3 or S3 to access control, origin access controls. This should be fun. And to make it even more fun, let's look into the and think about this. So we had origin access control here. That if user specify origin access control, that if we look into origin access, right, so S bucket 1. Right, so here we can specify the key, which was like this one, or we can specify CloudFront access ID pass explicitly if we could externally. In our case, we to specify Oh wait, why do I need one bucket? I make two buckets because one will be using legacy and one will be using legacy, right? So that I need to clone and copy. I call it clopy. Okay, clopy. So this was S3, and this had to be S3, S3, or how to origin X control. OAC. Oh, I see. Right, okay, good. So this is pretty good configuration. So here, origin access entity, you can just specify similar to this actually. So it's going to be key in origin access control, I guess. Key in origin access control or something else. Okay, I will verify it. The thing is that origin access control, yes, it's origin access control. So this one will be used. There is no need to make second one because one is already here. S3 bucket 1 and S3. Good. Good. Okay, so right now it's a bit crazy to understand, but the point is that I'm making two entities, right? Yes, I'm making two origins. One is a legacy one, so let's call it S3 with legacy, what was it called? Legacy X identities. Legacy identities. The one which is new and is in with origin access control settings. Access control settings, call it random. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So at least this is how the code should look. Now if we look into at S3 origin access control, just to be a little bit more explicit maybe. Here S3 bucket 1, okay, let's select this. AC, good. And let's look into the source code here. This is where the magic should happen. Origin access identity is picking up from origin value. So let's call it from origin value. We are picking up something what user have specified already, which is origin access ID. Because user specified it, we use it to expect whatever is provided. If it is specified there, then we fall back to not 1 but even 3. Okay, we are falling back to the resource which is called CloudFront origin access. Origin access what? Origin CloudFront origin. What was the name of this resource? Origin access control. This one. This. So we are falling back to CloudFront origin access control. This, and inside guy we are picking up value from origin value ID, origin access, origin access control. Good. Is it complete? Yes, it is. Very much. Okay, so we are picking up origin access call from, oh wait. Okay, we have no, what if, come on. Origin access control ID. Okay, so once more, user specified whatever they want, we use it, good. If not, we are getting from this resource which we created by the reference which we create, and that's it, and we use it. And inside of this object, what kind of IRN or ID are we even looking into? So we had so we had what we had before. Here is it, right? Okay, we have this resource, and we have what we had ID, right? Okay, well, we had e-tag and ID as an attribute. Definitely need to use ID. Good. Inside of this guy, we use ID. Ugly as hell, hey, but it's gonna to work. No question about that. Maybe I'll rewrite it a bit better to keep it a bit simple. But in general, that's not the hardest piece of Terraform configuration which exists. Okay, amazing. Should I and see what's going to happen. Bunch of will be deleted for now, but that's okay. Not so many things actually. Just one access control will be dead. Then another one will be created, and another one. What is this? S3. Just rename them. And this is the exciting part, right? So access control ID is going to be S3OAC, which is probably wrong. Inside of this output, it should be just this one, because I want to have a real ID, not just my key, which I specify. Okay, let's see. All right, so here now it says origin access control unit to be known after apply. That's pretty much what I don't know right now. That's good. And here origin access identity is fine. A bunch of changes with origins. Good. So the simplest way is to just into this and see one more time if it's going to work. Apply cancelled. Yeah, I know. That's because there are some Russian characters inside of input, so I need to be precise when I type yes. Invalid arguments. The parameter members has or more origins, S31. Oh yeah, right, that's because it does not respect like parallel, so I probably need to rerun, and then it would flag that, oh, I have already removed one element, now I can create it. No, the explanation was wrong. Okay, but at least origin access ID fine now. So the parameter mem has one or more origins S31 for region group 1. Origins specify. Okay, so I created this on S3OAC, but I have not used it anywhere. Let's see, where should I use it? I have no clue. Where can I use it? Here, inside of, right. So I make group 1, and it includes just one, and probably I need to make just another, I don't know, but group 2, and I need to call it Not sure if secondary required, but okay, let's try it. Origin, yeah, so secondary mem is required. Okay, let's include the same one. In reality, you're not gonna to make it. This you will be on your logic which you have. Here I just need to bind everything with what I have. And sometimes it work. Group 2. What is target origin ID? Should I make another? Well, I should make something. I'm not sure if I should make new origin group or should I make new about behavior. I mean cache behavior. Let's see. Not sure I understand this so well. So I have one origin which is sync, good. Another one which is called S31, which is using leg 1. And then I'm adding a new one, is also using the same domain, maybe this one like. And then I'm making another what? Let's see if this didn't help. Let's see one more time. If there is any question, please let me know. I'm not sure if you follow exactly what I'm trying to do or not. Okay, origins that you specify for an origin group must be associated distribution. Well, kind of obvious, right? But not so obvious. Okay, let's look into the console. Maybe I'll be able to figure out this and then. So look into this distribution, right? Maybe do I have origins here? No. One more time. I have one origin right here. It's in as always. Then I look distributions, and here I have once. Here I have two of them, and I have group. I think I have group just to illustrate how it works. What if I make new origin, and if I specify the same bucket, but I use this, make this manually. Right? Create additional setting. Okay, good. Create origin. Right. So what I did, that's pretty much what I want. Right. Origin name. This one. Not sure what I didn't like. You didn't like the origin name that is exactly the same as before, right? If I now make one more and this and like this, it's like date. It should complain. Will it complain? Yes, it says name in use must be unique. Okay. So here I made it. If I remove group, or if I added this group, can I add more than two? No. No, I already them, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to a third one. Okay, so the thing is that this origin name should be unique, I guess. Again, that's yes. So let's look into the source code. screen is so small. Let's look into this origin here and figure out it was origin ID, which was origin key, right? So if I now specify origin ID somewhere here and say 3 OAC, right? Well, actually, okay, one more time. The error message with parameter members has one more origins, S31, for origin group 1 that aren't valid. So S31 is valid. Where exactly? Just now I think I realized. S31 does not exist anymore because I rename it to S3. It will be 1. So let's just roll back it. Now it should be fine. And there is no need to apply the magic with group like I did before. So I just renamed it in all places. Typical. Okay, good. So this was pretty quick. Now let's look into the here. And here we are. We have this S3 OAC, which I just made, and using this new, I forgot to share. So here we are inside of distribution as OAC, using region access, and S31 in legacy one. That's it? No, that's not it. So this is when I specify it locally, and it's apply after creating CloudFront resources. So it will be applied automatically by the module. That's the whole point of it. And inside of, like, another option is to specify all ID. For example, this is how ID looks like. And this is external OAC resource. Good. So that's pretty much. Look into this one. If I now replace this using the runs here, how to comment? Okay, let's do it like this. So this means now shouldn't be any change because I was using reference and right, I was using reference here and I'm going to use the whole ID. What is changed? Just output. Good. That's problem solved. Okay, that's the whole point of this. Yeah. So you specify the whole ID, or we're picking up from the resource. Good. Good. Yeah, that's it. I think I can just proceed with this one and merge it. Is there anything else? I'm just thinking maybe I need to do some extra thing before I can merge it. Yeah, that's it. With region. Yeah, this one I deleted. With origin access identity. This is legacy. Yeah. Cool. Just to see what exactly I changed. That's it. Okay, good. I'm very happy. I can commit this one. It's going to be what exactly? Fixed example and code. Very advanced description. Fixed example and code. Okay, bam. Git push. Good, I have permissions to this branch, which is very good. And that's it. And if into this, well, I can run. And if into this pull request now, if I refresh it, what's exactly good? So I added this thing, it can be one only. Then I'm adding support for accessing by ID and by ID explicitly, as S3 origin config had. Then I fixed this bug, which I don't know why, but it existed. And the same, this the same. This one is matching. I'm verifying that if it says description here, it should describe here. Sometimes people copy paste a little bit wrong, and that's like in this case, origin access control origin type is just unnecessary. That's why it's used origin type, which is good enough. This one piece of magic is good enough for, well, it was written for Terraform 0.13. Now it can be a little bit shorter, use different tries and avoid loop in this case, but that's not a big of deal. And the origin controls created. Okay, maybe good description, but that's fine too. And what else? Local access control. Yeah. Okay, well, I think this can be simply just by writing AWS lambda.this.star.id. It will return list, but I don't want to really write. Okay, this is fine. This okay, not great. Okay, this one is also good. People want to create multiple resources using Terraform wrapper. Good. I'm very happy. Thanks, Evgen, for adding this. And let's see if it works. Well, apparently it doesn't work. Why? Let's see. Yeah, so the thing here is not to the pull request, but it may be related. Why this merged? Yeah, so the here was related to GitHub API limiting, which Brian was working on, and then he stopped working on it in this case. I don't know why he put it in draft, so I will ask him. Maybe comment why? No. Why is still in it? How is it different from the rest of similar stories? Okay, and means it is blocking. Which one is blocking? 19. Blocks 27. Good. Okay, well, I think it's good enough. I mean, right now, check is not related to the code chain. So I think we can merge it quite easily. I don't think things will break. and we can support compatible change, and should be good. Squash, again, it's feature, but it's feature because new variables, so it's good. And yeah, that's it. I should have deleted. Yes, I don't have this distribution anymore, and I don't have access controls, identities. Good, so it is gone. That's how it's supposed to be. Changeless is still necessary, but it's part of S3 module, not part of S3 module for sure. It's not CloudFront. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm personally very happy with this pull because it was pretty tricky and dependent for quite some time. So I think that's it for today. And I wish everyone to have a great day. Thanks for attending time. Oh, there were questions. Oh my god, sorry. Is it a good idea to update to Terraform 1.3.7? Sorry that I didn't reply 40 minutes before. Yeah, it's just small screen, I didn't. So is it a good idea to upgrade to Terraform 1.3 now or to wait some time? If you can upgrade, definitely upgrade. There are very few cases when it was a bad idea in the past. Sometimes Terraform was having different bugs, but I mean, that's happened from time. Anyway, you upgrade to the latest version. That's my recommendation always, but make sure that you are still writing modules, you just minimum amount of functionality which you actually add. So don't try to use latest feature which are added 1.3.7 if there are any. I don't think that, just in case. And looking into specifying required version inside of module, again, pin to something very old. So that's my advice, because if you're writing something for the future, it's that you use old functionality and not piggyback very latest one. Yeah, and next week, not sure if there will be something next week. Oh yeah, right. Yes, I will have one, and then I will travel to Brussels to config management camp. Yeah, it's gonna to be cool as usual. Lots of people talking about Terraform. I'm not gonna to present anything because I was lazy to come up with something. I don't know what to do. But yeah, next week is gonna to be awesome, and thanks everyone for in such an unusual time. I know that it's not ideal time for many people from Europe. That's how it is. Nevertheless, thanks everyone and have a great day. And I'm trying to end this stream now. Thank you. Bye.